How are you? This is Jake. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a peaceful week, day, evening, morning. Sit back, relax, have a coffee, just listen. So today we're going to be talking about discomfort, or being uncomfortable, right? Now, what is being uncomfortable? It's not feeling good in a situation. Your body's racing, your heart rate's raising, and you're feeling nervous, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling a lot of, maybe some people experience PTSD, but this is uncomfortable, right? Now, depending on the certain situation where you go through this uncomfortable feeling in your body and in your mind, you say to yourself, man, how do I get out of this? What can I grab onto to pull myself out of this situation? You feel like you can't. Sometimes when it gets that bad, you're sitting there and you're like, I can't get out of this, I cannot get out of this, I cannot get out of this. So, when you think that way, that you can't get out of something, that becomes your action. When the action unfolds, it has a cause and effect. Everything has a cause and effect. Every human is susceptible to cause and effect, right? So you can't escape that. So when I am in that moment of peace, or uncomfortableness, I am trying to escape it. How do I escape it? Well, I don't let it take control of me. I sit there and I say, let the body do what it does. But my mind itself, will not leave. I will be calm and I will accept. I will no longer want desire, nor would I want aversion. I want middle way. But I don't desire the middle way. I accept it. So it's not desire, it's not avoidance, which is aversion, it is acceptance, which is middle way. So regardless, if you are feeling uncomfortable or comfortable in certain situations, where you feel like you can't get out of it, accept it. Find the strength to accept it. The thing is, the more that you accept uncomfortable situations, the more that it is easy to accept the comfortable situations. But the more that you accept the comfortable situations, the easier it gets to accept the uncomfortable situations, because you have appreciation of the thing that is going on with you. Now, this sounds weird, right? So, I'm not appreciating being uncomfortable. Yeah, you're not. But what led you to that? What was the cause and effect of you being uncomfortable? Maybe, let's have a scenario. Maybe you were doing cardio on the machine, and you were running and running and running and really trying to reach your goal, and you got about 10 to 20 minutes of running, right, on the treadmill. You get off, and you feel everything in your body, and you feel lightheaded, you feel like you're going to get sick, your muscles are sore, you're twitching, and you're just not feeling good. You need to stabilize your mind. You need to figure out how to, keep yourself together. This is uncomfortableness. But when you try to avoid what is going on in your body, where you feel like, oh man, this feels uncomfortable, I'm not feeling well, and it's just, I want to get out of it, I want to get out of it. If you try to get out of that state, you are putting more stress on your mind, because your mind is already under stress from being uncomfortable. So you're putting another desire there. To escape it, you're placing another point on your mind where I need to jump to this, even though it's just a build-up, right? What I do is when the discomfort comes, I accept it. I do not create another version of myself wanting to get out of it. If I try to do that, if I try to make another point for me, I want to escape this, I need a solution, need to grab onto something. If I try to do that, it's just going to put stress in my mind. It'll make what I am feeling worse, because first of all, I cannot regulate my mind in the moment, and I cannot regulate my body. So when I'm trying to add something else to it, to escape the thing that I'm feeling and replace it with that, you're just making two parts. And you are like, oh man, there's two pieces in this now. I'm feeling even worse. But what you do is when you accept, you don't avoid it and you don't desire it, but when you accept that it is happening, that is when you will be okay. You will be fine. You understand it. You breathe, right? There's this box thing where people talk about breathing. This is the specific way on how to calm down when you are feeling adrenaline in your body. Now, if you put your hand up and you've ever gotten into an argument with somebody, you feel this sheer amount of adrenaline in your body because you are angered by that person. You are angered at the whole situation, right? But you feel the adrenaline, you cannot control it because it's a chemical reaction of your body getting ready to physically fight. That's how biological chemistry works, right? But there's a box method where your breathing controls your body. If you breathe very slowly, like very, very slowly, everything else slows down because it's regulated. It's not, I'm going up here and going down here. Everything is regulated on a certain frequency, and if you jump up, it comes up as well. If it goes down, you go down as well. Right? It's the same type of feeling. So if I'm feeling that way in the moment where I'm not able to do anything, the box method is this, right? So inhale for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. And then let air out or exhale for about 8 seconds. And you do that. Now, the thing is, people say breathe slowly. That doesn't work. Breathing slowly does not work. Unless a certain type of person it will, but for more people it does not work because you're trying to focus on breathing to calm down, to get out of the comfortable situation. Your mind is already overflowed with too many thoughts, so how are you able to do that? So you just breathe like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you repeat that. So you can take that clip if you want and you listen to it. But that's how you get your body into a perfect state. When you are accepting the uncomfortableness in your situation, and you are accepting at the most purest form, you become calm. You calm yourself down, and when you breathe, your body starts to relax. It starts to go back into its normal form. There's a thing, if you have an unhealthy body, you will have an unhealthy mind. If you have an unhealthy mind, you will have an unhealthy body. It works the same way. Jordan Peterson himself, he wrote a book on cleaning your room. And he said the reason why most people's rooms are dirty is because their mind is all over the place and they're not thinking of themselves. They are not trying to help themselves. It just, if you look at someone's room, that tells you how much they care about themselves. They don't. The place is just messy. Same thing with your mind and your body. So back to it, I won't get off topic, but when you breathe, your body goes back to normal. So then your mind connects to your body, and your mind is like, oh, I'm relaxing now, I'm chilled out, I'm able to calm down. And then you calm down. And then you continue this for about 10 times, 10 to 12 times, depending on how it works for you. It works differently for everybody. It works for me in it takes me about 10 seconds, I reckon, 10 to 20, but I'm not saying it takes that long. Depending on the amount of adrenaline you are feeling in the situation, combined with how serious the situation is, then it's different for everyone. Some people can't control it, but for people in everyday life, this is a technique that you can use. So, being uncomfortable, accepting it, right, is accepting yourself. It's not avoiding what you are feeling. If you were running on that treadmill, and you're running for a whole hour, and you get off and say, I did a good job, but my body's feeling like crap, and you are positive in that moment, and you accept it, you can sit down, you can chill out, and you just let your breathing do its thing. Let the body do its thing. And then your mind gets back to normal. You don't want to add on, how do I get out of this? And you don't want to freak out. The worst thing you can do is freaking out when you get into an accident or something bad happens. You freak out and you're moving, you're like, like if a snake bit you, right? When you freak out and you move and you run, right, it's not good for your body. The venom is going to go up into your veins and it's going to hit your heart quicker. So you have to sit still, let the snake be there. It's already bitten you, it's just chilling, and it's going away, right? It's made its point. But you've been bitten, so you have to call Tammy and the ambulance, tell them where you are, and let them come. And when you come, you're breathing, your heart rate is slow. The thing is, your heart rate goes up when you get bitten by a snake, like very quickly, because you are shocked. But when you're in the shock mindset, you must calm down, you must breathe, and then within that, you are able to be at one and be safe. Because you've accepted it, you have calmed down, you let them come. Now it's in the back of your head that you're very uncomfortable, but the thing is, it wasn't at the front of your body, it wasn't like in the atmosphere of yourself, you weren't, I'm uncomfortable. It's at the back of your head now because you have that mind flow, the mindfulness of understanding that accepting, not desiring something, not avoiding something, but accepting it in the moment brings you absolute peace. And what does it bring you? Because if you're uncomfortable and you accept the uncomfortableness, you naturally become comfortable over a couple of minutes. And this is the thing. A whole people can start doing this. It takes time, right? It's always practice. These talks that I talk about always take time. It takes practice. It takes a lot of mindfulness, meditation, as I would say. But you must take it as it goes and see things for what they are. But I hope this helps if you ever feel uncomfortable with discomfort, because it happens in a lot of situations, whether you're getting into a fight with somebody or whether something's happening. You must be the middle way. You must be balanced. No avoidance, no desire, only acceptance. When you accept it, then you will have peace and comfort will come. That's how you get out of being uncomfortable. Sorry I burped there. Alright guys, have a good day. Please like, share the video, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one soon.